Hey, what's up you guys? It is Miss Pixie and today we are here checking out MeetMeEZ Meals. That is M-E-E-Z Meals. And we have Truffle Butter Steak Frites. I am actually genuinely excited because I've never used a meal delivery service before and I've always wanted to. So immediately we are presented with our recipe card and instructions. Truffle Butter Steak Frites. And on the front, it's getting organized, all of your steps. On the side, it has classic French flavors in a single recipe up in roasted potatoes, coated in a truffle butter and Parmesan cheese, roasted broccoli, and a juicy truffle buttery steak. It's bistro food cooked in your own kitchen. 35 minutes to the table, 25 minutes hands-on, 2 whisks, easy. Getting organized equipment, 2 baking sheets, large skillet, large mixing bowl from your pantry. Olive oil, salt, and pepper. They keep it super simple. You don't really have to add much from your own pantry because they are sending you everything you need in this big, beautiful, recyclable brown bag. Moving on. 5 MeetMeEZ containers. And that is going to be your fingerling potatoes. Have those right here. Your fingerling potatoes. Your truffle butter. I did already have a little smell, and it smells incredible. I'm actually going to, guys, look at that. That is the truffle butter they've made up. And you can smell the Parmesan, you can smell the spices and the herbs, and that's going to taste so freaking good on those potatoes and this steak. Alright, carrying on. Parmesan cheese. They have your little baggie of Parmesan cheese. This is the best little baggie you're ever going to use or see. Keep that thing on me. Next up on our card, we have our broccoli. And look how fresh that broccoli is. That's actually been sitting in my fridge for several days, and it still looks super crisp, super fresh. I am super pleased and excited with this, you guys. Like, you don't understand. It's hard to get good groceries. I mean, and especially delivered straight to your door with recipe cards. So the reason the recipe cards make me excited, I suffer from fibromyalgia, POTS, and dysautonomia, and I have a lot of brain fog. So following steps and cooking became a little bit complicated for me the sicker I got. So when MeetMeEZ Meals reached out and said, hey, would you like to partner? I said I would love to, after reading in about their company and seeing that they would send me the step-by-step cards and literally everything that I would need, and I would only have to use like pantry staples. I thought that was phenomenal, and I was like, heck yeah, I would love to promote that. I would love to tell more people about that because it's a useful service. Carrying on, the last MeetMeEZ meal item, our steak. And they actually sent us a really, really nice cut, or 2 nice cuts, I should say. And they are sealed individually. Look at that meat, though. That looks nice. Alright. And here's that card closer. You can see that was everything I read off. Haven't got to this side yet. We did read up here, and we read up here. I'm going to read through here now. Make the meal your own. If you ordered the carb-conscious version, we sent you cauliflower instead of potatoes, reducing the carb serving to 15 grams. Use the cauliflower in place of potatoes, and in step 2, reduce the cooking time to 15 minutes. It's important to let the steaks rest to keep them tender and juicy. Give them at least 5 minutes off the heat before you slice and serve. Be sure to generously season your steaks with salt and pepper before cooking. The salt adds the flavor while also keeping the meat tender. Good to know. Health snapshot: 520 calories, 38 grams of protein, 27 grams of fat, 32 grams of carbs, and 15 freestyle points. Have a question? The dinner hotline is standing by from 5 to 8 p.m. Okay. That's great. Their dinner hotline is open from 5 to 8 p.m. So if I have questions literally while I'm sitting here cooking dinner, ring ring. Hi, you guys. What do I do? Or what can I substitute? That's awesome. I literally have direct access to a test kitchen who can help me. What's not to love about that? Alright, so flipping it over, getting organized. Preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Let's do that. that step is done. Oh, also here, you can go ahead and take a look at the steps. And the side here. You'll be multitasking in this recipe. The potatoes, broccoli, and steak will all be cooking at the same time, so be sure to read the recipe all the way through before you begin. To test if the oil is hot enough for the beef, hold your hand about 6 inches above the skillet. If you can feel serious heat, it's ready. Letting the pan cool slightly will avoid burning the truffle butter. Thank you. And I'm going to call that hotline just to see if they answer because I'm curious. So, yeah. But stay tuned for that because we're going to borrow Sleepy's phone and see, do they answer? Alright, so make the frites. Slice each potato, fingerling potato in half a long way, then slice in half again, each half in half again. So you have 4 long skinny frites, french fries, per potato. Transfer the frites into a large mixing bowl, drizzle with olive oil, salt and pepper, and toss. Arrange the coated frites in a baking sheet into a single layer. Roast until the outside of the potato is golden and slightly crispy, about 25 minutes. Okay, let's see. Let's grab a knife and a cutting board. I just like to give my knives a nice little sharpening before I use them. And a nice little rinse, just, I don't know, ritual. Everyone has their different kitchen rituals. Okay, we're going to move that brown bag out of our way. We're going to turn on some more light. We're going to adjust our camera so everyone can actually see what we're doing. Hope our tripod doesn't fall. Hi, you guys. Watermelon in the sink. I know that's our dessert tonight. Let's get this moved. Have it jar drying. Intermission. Alright. Let's see. You don't care about me. You just care about the potatoes. I know. I'm trying to get you there. Alright, yeah, that's gonna be it. Nope, she's falling. Okay, perfect. So, let's get right into these fingerling potatoes. Like I said, these groceries look extremely fresh. I am super excited about that because having something that looks and feels fresh isn't always easy to come by when your only options are Walmart. I am going to wash my potatoes because I always do. I'm not sure if they've been pre-washed or not, so I am going to wash them real quick just to be on the safe side. Always check your produce, you guys. I don't have much advice on what you're looking for, but just always check your produce, okay? That's what I'm telling you. Alright, so now we're going to cut these into 4 frites. A little bit hard getting these curved sides cut just right, but we are doing our best to make pretty frites so we have a pretty dinner to show. And MeetMeEZ Meals, their intention is to make cooking easier, more accessible, and quicker. So if you have a recipe card directly in front of you, and you have all of your groceries pre-portioned out, pre-purchased for you, and in high quality that you can actually enjoy, you're more likely to eat a fresher, healthier meal. Therefore, you can be healthier. Now remember, I'm allowed to do and say whatever I want in this advertisement. Nobody gave me a script. Ah! So we're just kind of going with the flow here, you guys, just like normal. Real quick, I'm going to reach up here and grab my bowl. I know I was supposed to gather all of my supplies beforehand, but I'm a bad chef, so we're trying. Anyway, I'm going to give these Frites one last little rinsey-roo. And stick them in this bowl like I'm supposed to. Boop. And throw that to the side. And boom, we have a bowl full of potatoes. Now, we made the Frites. We cut them halfway, long way, transfer them into a large mixing bowl, drizzle with olive oil, salt, pepper, and toss. Arrange the coated fries on a baking sheet in a single layer. Roast until the outside potato is golden brown and slightly crispy, about 25 minutes. Okay. We're going to use avocado oil, or as I like to say, it doesn't say fresh, so it doesn't help, but fresh avocado oil. I'm not quite sure what a good drizzle is, so we're just going to kind of guesstimate here. I'm like a country cook, I'm not a bistro cook. We're going to hook those enough oil. Salt and pepper. Everyone should have that. If not, Dollar Tree has it for $1. Super easy to grab and obtain, you guys. And salt and pepper will take you a lot further than what you realize, if we're being honest. It tenderizes meat, it seasons soup, it makes your fries taste tastier. I mean, salt is just an all-around good thing to keep around, and you don't want to eat too much of it because that's bad for you, but you want to have it around as a cooking staple. So, yeah, okay, I think we drizzled a little too hard. Or maybe that's the oil mixing with a little bit of the water. That's okay. Drizzle game strong. We will have well-coated potatoes. That's all I know for today's video. Right, let me grab a baking sheet. And to reduce the mess, we are actually going to line it in foil. So when it comes time to clean up, I just have an easier time washing the pan.
Smells great.
Thank you. All right, we've got the... Thank you. So we have those fingerling potatoes all evenly spread out across our pan, and we're going to transfer these bad boys into the oven that we turned on to start preheating a few minutes ago. I'm going to take a watch, set a timer for 25 minutes. I now actively have a timer set for 25 minutes, so I know when to pull those potatoes out. When it's time to pull those potatoes out, Remove from oven and immediately transfer into the now empty mixing bowl and add half the truffle butter and half the Parmesan cheese. Stir until the butter melts completely and the frites are coated in Parmesan. Transfer directly to serving plates. So let's go ahead and take this bowl and get it washed up. Quick intermission. Anyway, thank you guys for watching our video today. We sincerely enjoy having supporters from all over the world. And we want to know, what are you cooking in your kitchen tonight? We would love to see. You can always hit us up on Instagram. Leave us a photo in the comments. You know, leave us a comment here on YouTube. Wherever you're seeing this video, Facebook, Instagram. You know, just show us some love. We seriously appreciate it, and we appreciate any support that you've given us since we've opened in December of 2025. It is now August of 2026, and yeah. Alright, so we have a clean bowl to transfer our items back into in 25 minutes. Next step. Roast the broccoli. While the frites are cooking, can you see that? Kind of. While the frites are cooking, transfer the broccoli into the now empty large mixing bowl and drizzle with olive oil, salt, and pepper. Toss well and arrange into a single layer on a second baking sheet onto a second baking sheet. After the frites have been cooking for around 10 minutes, place the broccoli in the oven. Roast until it's brown and fork tender, about 15 minutes. Remove the broccoli directly from the oven, sprinkle with the remaining Parmesan cheese, and transfer directly to serving plates. Okay, so we are just going to literally repeat the same exact process again with their broccoli. The only difference is they go in when my timer hits. Set a timer for 15 minutes. Oh my god, that broccoli looks fantastic. Like, you guys, look how bright and green that is. I am actually super excited to eat this. Alright, I'll grab that avocado oil real quick. I know it says olive oil, but we have avocado oil to use. So that's what we're using. We're going to call that drizzle good. Probably a little heavy on the pour, but we will survive. We're going to go in with the salt and pepper. Oh no, that broccoli ate that oil up. It is not coating the same as the potatoes. I didn't expect that. Okay, let's grab a little more oil. Okay, when I tell you fresh broccoli, it has leaves in it, dude. I don't usually see that. That's how freaking fresh this broccoli is. That's how well trimmed it is. One tiny leaf made it into this entire batch. Boo-hoo. Who cares? That just shows me this is genuinely fresh broccoli. The reason I wanted to make a video of the entire process is because I was actually just amazed with what they sent me and how they sent it to me. They sent me a large cooler, large insulated cooler with a floppy top and 2 large ice packs, maybe 3. And thought I dropped one. Alright, we're gonna call that good. That one's a little peppery, we're gonna try to move her around a little more. Someone's gonna get a hot bite. Anyway, it was delivered to me perfectly. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything better. I still feel like they need a little more oil. Like, I don't know how oily broccoli is supposed to be. I just know avocado oil is a good fat. So we'll leave it at that. And survive. Drop a piece. We'll be alright. Alright. I think she is well tossed. Let's grab that other tray. Again, we're going to line that with a sheet of foil to make cleanup easier at the end. I'm going to go ahead, set our salt and pepper right back here to the side because we're going to need that momentarily for our steaks. Look at that. Alright, so our timer is going to go off in 11 minutes for us to put this in the oven. We're going to wait for it to go off. Let's get our steaks prepared. Right, and actually we are going to go ahead and transfer this over to the sink and get our bowl rewashed real quick so it's ready as soon as those potatoes are ready to come out and we're not having to wait. Honestly, just clean as you go. It makes life a lot easier. Don't leave yourself a stack of dishes to do at the end. That's just some life advice from Miss Pixie. If you don't know how to wash dishes, let me know if I need to make a tutorial on that, and I will. No big deal. No shame in the game. Just let us know what you need, and we'll make sure you get it taken care of. I know we're mainly a hemp and cannabis advocacy channel, and we talk about our store a lot and developments in our store, but seriously, you guys, we're just here to educate and bring product awareness and brand awareness and to have some fun with this. So, take these. Everything is recyclable. So, stick that in the drying rack. Cook the steak. While the frites and broccoli are cooking, heat 1 tablespoon of olive oil up over high heat. When the oil is very hot, add the steaks to the pan. Cook until bottoms are brown and sides start to color, about 3 minutes. Flip and continue cooking for 3 minutes. If you prefer your steak medium rare. Cook for 4 minutes for medium, 5 to 6 medium for well done. 5 to 6 for well done. Remove the steaks from the skillet to rest for 5 minutes and transfer to serving plates. Do not wipe out the skillet. Put it all together. Now the once empty pan has slightly cooled. Add the remaining truffle butter and stir until it's melted. Spoon the truffle butter onto the steak and enjoy. We're going to check our timers. So our potatoes are actually down to 15 minutes and 47 seconds. We're going to go ahead and throw that broccoli in. Oh, that's starting to look fantastic. And we're going to move over here to the stove so we can watch us cook some steaks. Bring this in as close as we can get on our tripod. All right. So we have our steak frites. go ahead and coat that pan. Turn that heat up a little bit more because it's at high heat. Get our two steaks ready. Like I said, really pretty cuts of meat. I am very happy with these. They look very nice, very lean. Fantastic. Very fresh too. Got your backpack for me, please. And I know it says to go in with salt and pepper. I am actually going to see if I have some steak seasoning to go in with. I should. Oh well, we're just going to do maple bacon. Or smokehouse salt and pepper. That actually would match our Mellow a little bit better than the maple bacon would. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think it's hot enough yet to put our steaks on. But it's coming along pretty good so far. I've really enjoyed the MeetMeEZ Meals setup and the way they have everything done up. It's very straightforward and makes it simple to navigate cooking. So like if you have a lot on your mind, if you're busy, or if you just don't know how to cook, MeetMeEZ Meals would be the perfect thing for you to try. Referencing back to our card, I went ahead and cut the cheese open. We're supposed to remove potatoes from the oven in a few minutes into the now empty mixing bowl and mix half the truffle butter and half of this Parmesan cheese. I'm going to put half this Parmesan cheese in that bowl. That way it washed up while ago. See? That's why we clean as we go. It's important. So we have half of our Parmesan cheese in there, and we'll go ahead and put our half of the truffle butter in there as well. Alright, and then the rest of that is going to be to drizzle on our steaks. Perhaps just a hair more for the potatoes. Need to be about half. And I'm going to let that sit here on the stove and kind of start melting because this back eye gets warm. Alright, I believe the stove is now hot enough to throw our steaks on. So let's throw our steaks on. Oh yeah, keep hot. We're gonna wash our hands real quick. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And we don't want germs all over our kitchen. Gonna go in with some seasoning. Nice little heavy coat. And if I can find it, here it is. My secret ingredient, a little dash of Worcestershire sauce. Kind of just throw a little bit in the pan. A few dashes around on top of the steak. And it's like just going in a bottle. I don't know how else to describe it. It makes everything meat-wise magical in its own special way. So we throw some Worcestershire sauce off in there to go along with our steaks. We put just a touch more seasoning back on top where the Worcestershire might have knocked it off. Let it attach itself a little more because we want to taste that seasoning. Or at least I do. And we'll make sure those sides are getting coated as well. And just think, once we put that truffle butter in there and it gets all of that remaining butter or oil and crusties off this, oh my god. And honestly, I can't help it. We're going to go in with just like a dash of the maple bacon on top of it just to have a hint of the flavor. Because this is also magical goodness in a bottle. So, my steaks are probably over-seasoned now, but that's okay. I'm the one eating them, not you. I'm fine with it. Beat spatula. Oh yeah, it's got a nice little crust on it. Both of them did. Okay, so my phone ran out of storage and you didn't get to watch my struggle of getting these bad boys out of the pan, but dun 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 dun, we have beautiful juicy steaks. We're actually going to move the camera around them. Alright, so we have beautiful juicy steaks. We currently have our eye right behind my thumb here, cooling down a bit, because we're going to throw the truffle butter into this pan now. Let's see, that's as far as it's going to go over. I'm trying to keep my ring light like plugged in while I'm shooting. So, anyway, we're going to take what's left of this truffle butter. Now this has significantly cooled. I really hate you guys just struggle because it was actually pretty funny, I'm not going to lie. One more look at that truffle butter, and one look from the bottom. We're going to take out these little burnt bits. I should have done that all ago. Not like the good seasoning parts, but just like, we had a couple little bits that got burnt. That might have caused the fire alarm to go off. Who knows though? I'm not a fire alarm ologist. Just a technologist. Oh my god, that looks so good. You guys, there's like chives off in here. This butter is about to be delicious on these potatoes and on these steaks. Like, I'm genuinely getting excited now. Like, I was already excited, but this is like, I feel like I'm at a restaurant right now. Or like I'm getting a restaurant experience, but just in my home, which is pretty phenomenal if you ask me. So if you enjoy going to, like, what do they call them? The hot pot places. You got to see this. This looks absolutely delicious. Can you see that? I hope you can see that because there's like fresh chives. It's like fresh chives and truffles and butter. Really good looking butter too. And we're supposed to let our steaks rest for 5 minutes. That is thoroughly melted. I'm gonna cut it on for like 2 seconds just to really like get it hot and sizzling and bubbling before I pour it over these steaks. Honestly, I thought about putting little slits in the steaks so the truffle butter could like go off in there. But you're supposed to let it rest, and if I'm cutting into it, that's not letting it rest. So, yeah. You guys can see where I'm at a standoff with myself. Like I said, if I set that on that back eye, my bowl is hot to the touch here at the bottom, not so much at the top. That butter has melted, so when I take those potatoes out in a minute, it's going to be super easy to get them tossed. I may not use all of this butter on the steak. I may reserve some of it for the potatoes that are now done. Sorry, honey. I almost took Mr. Sleepy out. I'm supposed to be taking him out to dinner, not taking him out. We're going to move back over here. We can see a little bit better as I spoon this on. I was getting a whole contour. Let me grab that blue spatula real quick, and we're going to get every last drop out of here. And I'll probably end up taking some of that butter and actually mixing it into some A1 sauce and using that to dip our steaks into. But those look so nice. I really hope that you guys are getting like the full effect. There's nothing I can do about that.
Okay. Well, it looks good, Eddie.
Thank you. Hi guys, it is Miss Pixie and I am here to finish reporting on MeetMeEZ Meals. So, I'm super happy with it. I thoroughly enjoyed my meal, and I mean that. I thoroughly enjoyed my meal. I thoroughly enjoyed the entire cooking experience, the delivery experience, the ordering experience, and right now, if you use MeetMeEZ 50, that is MEETMeEZ 50, you get your first box at 50% off. Make sure you use the link down below and credit me with the sale, please. I would genuinely appreciate that. And if you're just looking for something new to try this month, let it be MeetMeEZ Meals, because you're not going to be disappointed, and you're helping a small creator. So, Miss Pixie, bop it out. Thank you guys. There is no fire. What if it just like automatically called the fire department? I'd have to give up my steak frites. They're not burnt. They're like perfect. That thing's a liar. Alright, we're going to go on over here with Lysol wipe and wipe down the counter where we got seasoning and where we had cut our meat. Just because we like to keep things sanitary around here. That, and if you clean as you go, you don't have this big walking mess to take care of at the very end. It is going to be hot on that stove eye. Just be careful if you're going to be like me and try to wipe it real quick. Alright, go ahead and kill that eye. Your steaks are ready.